What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Cedric. Welcome back to SweetScale TV. I was gonna say welcome back to the studio, but yeah, we're not in the studio. We're at my place in my living room. You guys have seen my studio. I have a ton of equipment, mainly because I started as a musician before I turned into a producer and then went into DJing as well. I've got a lot of equipment that I really enjoy using, but to some people it might be a little overwhelming to see all the music gear, and they might be asking, what are the basics I need to get started? So in today's episode, I'm gonna address that question. If you have no music gear whatsoever, but you're really interested in getting started in music production, these are the tools you're gonna need going into 2020. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are. This is a stripped down version of what you need to get started. So with everything here, I'm gonna say the first thing you're gonna need is a laptop. I'm assuming that most people in 2019 going into 2020 have a laptop, but if you don't have a laptop and you're wondering what laptop should I get, I would recommend a 15-inch MacBook Pro, anything from 2012 and up. You may be thinking to yourself, 2012, in 2020 that'll be an 8-year-old MacBook, but that's literally the MacBook Pro I use to produce, and I got it used for $800. It's got 16 gigs of RAM and about 500 gigs of storage. These couple of things here, like an external hard drive, most people have them. If you don't have one, you don't need one, but you're gonna want one. Reason why is as you start doing more and more beats, you don't want to fill up your storage on your computer because your computer starts to slow down, it starts using more CPU. I try to keep all my files saved on an external hard drive. Another reason why you'll want an external hard drive is if anything happens to your computer, you don't want to lose all your beats. So if you have it on an external hard drive, you're good to go. There are a few reasons why I recommend the MacBook Pro. Number one is reliability. I've owned MacBooks for about 12 to 13 years, and I've never had a MacBook fail on me, not once. Number two, MacBooks hold their value. My first MacBook I got in 07, and I sold it in 2014. I bought that MacBook for about $1,700, $1,800 tax in. And when I sold it for $700. So that only cost me about $1,000 for 7 years. You typically get a good return on your investment when you sell your MacBook. Number three is MacBooks come with a digital audio workstation or a DAW or DAW. It comes with GarageBand, which is something you can use to produce music. Some bands have actually made a full-on production, full album using GarageBand. So you get a Mac, reliability, holds value, and it comes with a digital audio workstation. Number two, MIDI controller. What we have here is a Launch Key Mini. You can connect it to GarageBand, you can connect it to FL Studio, as well as it comes with Ableton Lite. That's great news because if you don't have a MacBook Pro, if you buy the Launch Key Mini, you get a version of Ableton Lite. Number three, you're gonna want headphones. I just got some Sony headphones here, which I have used when I've gone on some road trips. They're nothing crazy, nothing special. I'm trying to be considerate to those that might not have a huge budget, so that's why I have these Sonys. The HP DJ ones are what I use to DJ with, so I could use those, but you don't necessarily need $80 headphones. I got these as a gift. I think they were maybe $20 to $30, and they're good enough for me to be on the road and listen to what I'm doing as I am using my laptop and MIDI controller. So your MacBook, MIDI controller, and headphones is really all that you need to get started in music production. However, I would highly recommend you get an audio interface. I consider an audio interface to be optional for a few reasons. Number one, if you don't plan on connecting speakers, then your headphones is all that you need. Number two, if you don't plan on recording vocals or an instrument like a bass, guitar, or piano, then you don't need this. Now, I have a few audio interfaces. However, if I'm in my room or if I'm visiting some friends out of town, this is all I use. The one we have right here is the Roland Dual Capture. The audio interface runs for a few $100s, and shout out to Roland. This company just puts out nothing but great products. I have the Roland DJ 808, I've got a few Roland keyboards. I've never been disappointed by Roland products. I would highly recommend the Roland Dual Capture. This is something you can definitely add down the road. You don't need to start with it. Lastly, when it comes to picking out the right DAW, you're gonna wanna consider a few things. If you're a producer that uses more of their mouse and keyboard to create your beats, you're gonna wanna consider either FL Studio or Logic Pro. However, if you're like me and you play instruments, I play bass, I like to finger drum, I play piano, I'm more of a hands-on with devices like the Push 2 or the Launchpad. I would highly recommend you go with the free version of Ableton that comes with the Launchkey Mini. What you guys see right now is my mobile setup anytime I make beats outside of the studio. Only thing I've added is the Launchpad Pro. It makes my workflow so much easier in Ableton Live. I really like the Launchpad Pro because of the features that go along. You've got your click, undo, delete, quantize, duplicate, and double, as well as record arm, track select, mute, solo, control volume, panning, sends, and stop clip. Alright guys, so I know this episode was a little different, but I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it. I'm hoping I was able to help anyone that's been really interested in getting started in music production. If you're curious to see how I make beats or live looping sessions, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification, because there's so much more coming up in the next few episodes, including some more product reviews, sampling some vinyl, VST reviews, band gigs, you name it, it's gonna be coming up. And I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification, because you do not wanna miss. It's your boy Cedric from SweetScale TV. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.